Hey and good day everyone. So today I'm going to do a video on support and resistance. This is very important when you're a beginner trader, and I know a lot of you have been asking me questions on support and resistances. So I thought I'll do a video now. This video is going to be a basic video on support resistance. I'm not going to go very deep into it because I wanted to have a introductory video first, and then gradually I'll have more videos coming in the future that will explain in depth on support resistance and in fact much more. So let's get started. So by definition, support and resistances are price areas where there has been a reversal in the past and that can potentially hold that level again in the future. Okay. And also support resistances are price areas, which is very important, and I'll explain that in a bit. And they are not a specific level. Okay, so let's go straight in our charts and figure out what support resistances are. Okay, now I have AUD USD on a 4-hour time frame, and I'm going to draw some lines and I'm going to explain why I consider them as a support or a resistance. Okay, so first things first, let's draw a line over here, and I'm going to draw another one over here. Okay, now this is on a 4-hour time frame. If you guys noticed, I drew these two lines. The first one here is called a resistance. Okay, this is a resistance on top, and this is a support at the bottom. If you want to understand it simply, it's almost like this is the floor and that's the ceiling. Okay, so the floor is holding all the contents, and um, similarly, price is within or inside that support line, and that's the roof, so the ceiling, so which is the resistance. Okay, just now, why did I draw here and here, right? Why did I draw this line over here around 0.69300 and the 0.66 looks like 880 area? Okay, the reason why I did is because we noticed the price being tested multiple times. Okay, that's number one. So here in this case it happened almost 4 times, and if I go back in history, I'm seeing more. Look at it. So there's another one there, right? So yeah, so four. I don't want to go too way back in the past. I just want to see what we have right now, and this looks like a very good level because the market reversed. Now, what was the definition? The definition was that support and resistances are price areas where we see a reversal happening, right? And also a level that can potentially hold that level again in the future, or that price area in the future. Okay, so in our case here, you saw the price tested multiple times, and the price reversed multiple times as well, which is very important, right? Look, so the market tested again one more time, price reversed, and again this was a big swing towards the top and over here. So definitely these are very good. This is a good support or resistance. Okay, now towards the top over here, look, the market tested once and twice, and also here. Now this is what we call as zone, right? So it's not a specific area. The price went down lower than that a little bit, and there was a reversal again. Okay, so as I said, it's not a specific level, but it's more like an area. Now supports can also become resistances, and I'm going to explain that as well just now. So you can see here, right? um, this was actually a support, right? The price bounced off, literally did a nice swing up from that area, and look what happened when it tested one more time. The second time the price came down from literally um, that level again, but this was now a resistance, right? So resistance because now the price is unable to break, of course, and the price is contained within that level, right? And the price went down, obviously. So supports can become resistances and vice versa. That's a simple rule. And also support and resistances are, as I said, they are price areas. It's very important, guys, because a lot of you treat support resistance as a specific level, and they, you know, trade whenever the market reaches that level, or wait for the market to reach that level, and do buys and sells whenever price reaches there. Okay, so that's not the case. Now let's move forward. I hope it's clear so far. Now, why do we draw support resistance levels? When price reaches the support resistance areas, there can be a strong opportunity. Okay. Also, remember, a strong opportunity, a trading opportunity, doesn't mean that you blindly enter buys and sells when the price reaches these areas. We need a lot more confluence. I'm going to explain that in a little bit. And support resistances also give us historic lows and highs and help us determine price action at those levels. Okay. Now let's take the first point. So when price reaches support resistance areas, there can be um, a great trading opportunity, and we saw that here, right? So when price reached the resistance area, okay, when price tested that resistance area, and this was more like a zone, of course, right? So when price entered that zone here, look what happened. The price came down. Well, the market actually did a double a double top, in fact a triple top. Again, that's a different pattern which I don't want to confuse you right now, but just understand this way, that the market tested that level over and over again, but eventually that price held for a long time, and look, it just failed to break the resistance, and the price went down nicely. So this was a good trading opportunity. So if you did a sell at the resistance, now as I said, you're not just trading the support resistance levels in isolation. You're always using confluences. I'm going to explain confluences, trade confirmations, candlestick patterns, and things like that in the videos to come. Right now, let's just keep it basic and let's try and understand what support and resistance is. Okay, right? So we saw price bouncing off that area nicely, and price went down. So this was a good trading opportunity for us, right? If we did a sell, we would be have we would have made a lot of money towards the downside. Okay, now same thing towards the upside. So if we did a buy around the support area, look, the price moved up. Okay, now the question is, are you supposed to draw your support resistance lines just at specific highs and lows, right? Can you draw anywhere? And what time frames are you supposed to draw them on? That's another question. Now the answer to that is yes, you can draw them at any time frame you like, right? But always check on two different time frames, okay, not just one, because when you draw a support resistance line on, let's say, on specifically on one time frame, and not look at the other one, you may not get a bigger picture, or also a specific level. I'll show you what that means. So now let's look at, so this was a 4-hour chart. Let's look on daily chart. Now on the daily chart, look, so that level over there was looks pretty good, right? That's a good resistance. But we can also see another one right here. Can I call this as a good support or resistance area too? I think so, yes. Right? So look, on the 4-hour, the chart looked a little bit messy. On the daily, it looks more clean, and it gave us another level or another opportunity. Okay. Now, why is considered as a good level? Because we have multiple touch points again. We have two, right? So we want to have at least two or more than two. Of course, you can also have, all-time highs and all-time lows. That's another thing. Like for example here, like look at this one here. This looked like an all-time high in this time frame. Of course, if you go back, this says higher too. There's always a higher level in the market, but sometimes you have like the lowest level where the market has reached all-time lows ever. It does happen, but that's going to be a different thing because the market then will create its own support and resistance at that point, and you can use that in future when you see that the market is holding. Okay, so um, the question again was, can you draw on any time frame? Yes, you can, but try and use at least two time frames to confirm your levels and make sure that the price has tested at least twice. Now this was once, twice, guys. Remember, we just drew that this line here once and twice. This was two times the market tested. Now look what happens here again, right? And here. So again, as we said, it's a zone, not a specific SR. Okay. Now sometimes, sorry, I'm gonna get rid of that. So sometimes what happens is that you get fake breakouts, which means that the price seems like the price is breaking that level, right? Now I would have considered this as a zone, right? If I consider this as a zone, because um, this was previous low, right? But look what happens, the price went way below that. Okay, the price went way below that and then came back up. So this is what we call as a fake breakout. Now this tends to happen a lot. This is why, this is very important, this is why you don't want to be trading whenever the market reaches a support or resistance, because look what happens. So when you might think, oh, the price has broken resistance, let's do a sell, right? So people do a sell right here when, as soon as the price is broken, and they see this red candlestick, thinking, oh, this might just go down like that, but immediately the price reversed and then went all the way up. Okay, this happens a lot. So which is why you're not going to be trading every time the market tests that level. Okay, there's a lot of other things too. As I said, I'm going to keep that for the next video, but for this video we're just going to be focusing on the basics of support resistances and get the fundamentals right. That's very important as well. Okay, right. So again, support resistances are price areas where there has been price reversals in the past, and there are key levels or key areas where price can potentially reverse in the future. Okay, not guaranteed that it will, but it's a good indication that the market will do something around that area, either break it or hold that area, but there is an opportunity to trade on that in that zone. So that's support resistances so far. Now let's go a little bit in depth, not too much, but I have the next topic, which is what is the criteria. Okay, um, the main thing you want to be noticing, which I like to do, again it's your preference, is I prefer looking at support resistance areas on higher time frames, like daily and 4 hour, weekly and monthly and so on. Okay, the reason why I want to I do that is because I can filter out all the extra candlesticks that are kind of messing up the charts, so things look more clear on higher time frames. Okay, like look, on the daily it looks like that, on the weekly it looks even more simpler, right? Just looks like a typical, there's a pattern here, right? We have what we call as the head and shoulders pattern, which again we'll go in depth in the future, but usually this is how market reacts when it reaches that level. But that's for the next hopefully next video or the next videos to come. But what I'm saying is, like on a higher time frame, market looks even simpler, right? You're able to draw your key levels um, pretty well with more accuracy. Okay, so, and also it gives you, like, if you have drawn your levels on a higher time frame, it gives you a bigger picture of what happened in the past, right? You can check history um, fairly more easily. You don't have to be scrolling all the way to the back, right? You can just, so on the weekly and on the weekly and monthly, because each candlestick represent 1 week, remember, right? So I have the weekly time frame right now, which means each week, so each candlestick is 1 week, right? So it's pretty easy to figure out the key levels. Okay. um, and what also makes a very good support resistance areas is how much the price has retraced from that level. Okay. Now you can see here, guys, when price tested this resistance zone there, which was once a support. Remember, this was a support at one point, right? This was a support, which turned into resistance, and that can happen. I told you that, vice versa, right? But look how much the market retraced from that point. And again, when it turned into resistance, look how much the market dropped, right? So the higher the reversal or the higher the retracement from that zone, the stronger the level. Is that easy? Hopefully easy to understand. Yeah. So even here, look, very strong. Okay. Now, does that mean the price will do it again one more time? Let's say, for example, if the market reaches again one more time, will it go down the same distance? No, but it's just an indication that traders, the market makers, basically who are trading, you know, volume of, let's say, billions of dollars, or even, in fact, even more, hundreds of billions of dollars worth every week, they are looking at these levels. Okay. They are focusing on these levels because they have seen what the market has done in the past, right? And they wanna create an opportunity over here. But it doesn't mean that it's going to go back down one more time, right? It can test, probably test, do maybe go on a range, which means the market can move sideways, and then maybe break toward the upside. That happens a lot as well. Okay, so it's very key to remember that you might have the strongest level ever possible, but you're not going to be trading simply because the price has reached a key support or resistance area. Okay, there's a lot more to that. Support resistances, consider it as a stepping stone. It can also be very, very powerful. If you master support resistances and you're able to draw key levels at key points and try and understand the dynamics of a support or resistance level, um, other things can fall in will fall into place pretty easily. You can advance yourself easily. But the key is to understand what the main purpose of a support resistance is, and not treating um, not treating these levels as an entry point, for a buy or a sell. Okay. So another thing you want to be looking at, so when you're drawing your support resistance lines, you want to make sure that you are able to spot them pretty easily. Okay. Now there can be multiple supports, guys. There can be multiple resistance levels. Okay. But you want to be you want to be able to draw the ones that you are able to see clearly and easily spot it. Okay. For example, these highs, now this is a trend. Okay. This is a trend where the market is creating lower lows. Again, now this was, it looks like a bit of a break, but it was just a fake breakout over here, and the market went down again one more time, and then now basically it's just the market is creating that range. Okay. But when you draw your support resistance lines, make sure you're able to do it where they're easily spotted. Right now, for example, this is so easy to spot, isn't it? You're not digging deep, like you're not going in, oh yeah, maybe another support here, like some people do. They're like, oh yeah, I see another support there, and I see another support, or I see another resistance over there, um, because price bounced off here, and there, and like fine, there can be multiple support resistances there. I'm not saying no, but the thing is, when you're a beginner, you want to make sure that you are able to draw your levels where you can easily see with your naked eye. Okay, you're able to see these price reversals happening pretty easily. That's very, very important. Yeah. So on the same, so this was a support, very easy to spot. Same thing. This was a resistance too. Now, right? This was a resistance as well. There we go. Look how many times the price tested, and is it easy to spot? Yes, it is. There, that, and that. Now this wasn't a huge retracement, but the price did hold that point for some time, and then here it sort of created a fake breakout, and then continued to go down. Okay, and again this was a bit of a fake breakout as well. But the area is easily spotted. Okay, and let's look at more key support resistance levels that are easily spotted. Let's go to maybe USD JPY, for example. Sorry, I have a whole bunch of things going on this pair because I have some trade ideas on this one, and when the market opens, we might do some trades on USD JPY. But yeah, look, I already I've drawn some levels like here. This was a daily chart again, so this is again easy to spot because you're able to see price reversal happening. Okay, you're able to spot here as well. Okay, now this was once, in fact once, twice, although this didn't actually, the line is not touching, but remember it's a price area, not a specific SR, right, a specific level. So we have that and that and that. Okay, this was a bit of a fake breakout, but the market did hold, right? Again, easy to spot. Coming back, going back here, look, is it easy to spot again? Yes, it is. Why? You're able to see this price retracing twice, again here, again a bit of a fake breakout here. Okay, so previous supports can become resistances and vice versa. That's important as well, right? So I think that's pretty much it. So your homework today would be to draw support resistance lines today on daily, and double check with the 4 hour, right? 4 hour and daily, these two time frames. On daily, as I said, you can get more specific ones because it's a higher time frame. The higher you go, the cleaner your charts get. Okay, again the criteria is the price has to bounce off that level or that price area at least twice and more than twice on a higher time frame. Okay, and um, and these areas have to be easily spotted. You're not going to go dig deep and investigate to find out. They should be very easy to see. I think once you master these, how to draw these levels, you pretty much got a very good grasp of how support resistance works. Okay, and what they mean in just simple terms. All right, guys. Now, if you like this video, if you did like this video, please give me a like and also subscribe to my channel and leave your comments below. That's very important. Let me know what you think. If you need me to make more videos in the future, just let me know which ones you want me to explain. I think the best way to do it is to go step by step. Go teach all the basic stuff first, and then keep advancing in the videos to come. So I think we'll do it that way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye now.